Hey guys, Crystal Thompson here. I'm so excited to be guest designing for Love From Lizi. I have my 10 cards, one kit, and I'm gonna start by unboxing my card kit. I love all these gorgeous ribbons, and there's so many fun textures to this. That stamp set, of course, is to die for, and I've made a ton of cards with a ton of stamping. With those leaves are just awesome. Love that there's embossing powder, there's glitter paste, there's tons of gorgeous pattern paper. We got a stencil, Nuvo drops, cardstock. Oh my gosh, this is such a great value, and I hope that you got this. Okay, to begin with our first card, I have a watercolor wonder here. This is super easy. I have pre-cut my cardstock. I'm gonna stamp this sentiment using Catherine Pooler green tea, which is just a olive green color. Next, I'm gonna repeat the stamping of the leaves using Tailored Expressions Oreo, which is a hybrid ink, so you can use any hybrid ink that is watercolor friendly. Next, I am going to watercolor some gray onto the outer part of those leaves. And why am I doing this? Well, I hope that the green in the leaves will really pop out, and it just makes it look a little more finished. To finish up, I'm gonna add some of the gold ribbon that was included in the kit. I'm gonna add some score tape, struggle with the backing for a little bit, and then place the gold ribbon. Once that's done, I will add that to my card base. Okay, card number 2, another watercolor, very similar, but we are doing the flowers instead of the leaves. We're gonna stamp Wild About You, and then we're gonna do the 2 gorgeous tropical flowers. We're gonna grab our Gansai Tambi, again using the gray. I kind of learned on the first card I needed to use a little more water. Now it kind of had harsh lines. I am not using watercolor paper. This is just the white cardstock that comes in the kit. Again, that has been pre-cut. Using the red with a little mix of orange, and then once I do the yellow, I add a droplet of a different color and allow that to sit in. Okay, now we're gonna place some of the super very tropical sequins onto this. I'm gonna go and just use the white and the gold. I'm gonna use some of the white ribbon that was in the kit, tie a little knot, and place this on my card base. Moving on to simpler things, we have a black and white with a little pop of color using that super pretty green paste. We're gonna cut our white card base, do some washi tape on the edges, and depending on what size of washi tape is what size of the frame you're gonna get. Remove the washi tape, and I'm gonna add the sentiment in black. I'll always believe in you. Using some of the leaves from the kit, I cut them out of the string and just added them to the card. Now, I thought this needed a little more color, so I'm using the paste that came in the kit and just adding it to the one leaf. You could very easily do it to the others, but you know, trying to keep it simple. Time to play with the stencils. How about this? We are gonna start by using the stencils. I'm using Stampin' Up! Garden Green, and I am using the 2 leaves, the 2 larger leaves and the little one. I'm gonna place the stenciled cardstock onto my card base, add some of the Nuvo drops, including in the kit, and then adding some more of the sequins. To finish up, I added the gold ribbon also in the kit. Okay, how fun is this? We're gonna go clean and simple. Again, we're gonna stamp using a very light gray. This is Altenew Crystal ink and limestone around the card base. I have pre-cut a card stock that's gonna sit in the center, and using a very light green and gray, I'm gonna stencil the leaves onto this cardstock. I'm gonna keep layering them on top of each other. Once that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and stamp the sentiment in black right in the center, using foam adhesive, adding my squares to the back, and then placing this onto the card. Time to play with the gorgeous pattern paper. I'm kind of all about the stamped leaves here. I've pre-cut my pattern paper, and I have a piece of white cardstock that I have cut to length. I'm stamping my leaves and the sentiment, and I'm gonna go ahead and hand cut around the leaves about halfway, as this is gonna sit over the the pattern paper. Okay, I wanted to use some of the sequin ribbon in the kit. I made a bow and then decided, I don't love it. So it's gonna be a straight sequined line. Cutting the edges, and then using foam tape, I'm gonna place it on the stamped image, placing this over our pattern paper. Okay, now I'm mixing the stamps and the stencils. How pretty is this? Okay, so I have pre-cut my cardstock. I am stamping the leaves and then leaving room for the sentiment on the other side. Now, with the stencils included in the kit, I am using these over the stamped image, using Stampin' Up's Garden Green. And then adding one of the foil stickers. I really love these. Gonna place this over my green cardstock, and that was ready to go. Moving on to using both elements of the stamp set, the flowers and the leaves. We're using the Wild About You sentiment, and then with the same Copic marker friendly ink, I am gonna stamp the flowers to create a pattern. I'm gonna begin coloring my flowers. I'm using R14 for the lightest and R16 as my darkest. Now to the leaves, using YG06 for the lightest, and then YG17 for the darkest. Using BG10 around the flowers, just to get them to pop out. For the smaller flowers, I am using RV10 as my lightest pink color and RV13 for the darkest shade. How about a very tropical card? We're using the stamps and the pattern paper and the die of the toucan bird that comes in the kit. I'm stamping the leaves from the leaf stamp in the alcohol-friendly ink. I'm gonna stencil using Altenew inks and Stampin' Up garden green, and I am not gonna do it, I'm not gonna stencil right over the stamp images. I'm gonna stay out of the lines. I've pre-cut my pattern paper, lay that over a garden green cardstock. I have pre-cut the toucan that comes in the kit, and then I thought, oh shoot, forgot a sentiment. So there we go, for you. This could easily be heat embossed with the gold heat embossing powder in the kit. Okay, my favorite card, always clean and simple. I'm using 2 colors of ink here. I'm using Altenews Forest Green and Stampin' Up's Garden Green. Doing the lightest green on the larger leaves, and then doing the Stampin' Up green with the smaller leaves. Adding the sentiment in the darkest green, and then with the beautiful gold line stickers, I'm going to create a frame and then fold those or cut those. And that is it. Thank you so much for joining me on this 10 cards, 1 kit tutorial. Lots of stamping, lots of great ways to use your kit. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you haven't, yes, please give this a thumbs up, a sweet comment below, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can follow me on Instagram at Crystal Thompson Design. Thank you so much. Have an awesome day.